Under the veil of a moonless night, John drove alone on a desolate road. His car's headlights barely penetrated the thick darkness ahead. The eerie silence was only broken by the hum of his engine and the occasional rustle of leaves stirred by a passing breeze. John's heart raced as he noticed his gas gauge dipping dangerously close to empty. Relief washed over him when he saw the dim glow of a gas station sign flickering in the distance. He pulled into the station, the only light in the void of night. The old, creaky pump groaned as he filled his tank. Inside the shabby convenience store, John bought a bottle of water and a candy bar. As he walked back to his car, a chill ran down his spine. He felt eyes on him. John glanced over his shoulder and froze. An old, beat-up car was parked near the edge of the lot. Behind the wheel sat a man with a gaunt face, sunken eyes, and a sinister smirk. The man's gaze was fixed intently on John, never wavering. Panic welled up inside him. John quickly got into his car, locked the doors, and sped away, his heart pounding louder than the engine. As he glanced in the rearview mirror, dread settled in his stomach. The old car was following him, its headlights glaring in the dark. John's mind raced. The stranger's car grew closer, then started flashing its high beams, blinding him momentarily. Fear surged through him, and he pressed harder on the gas, trying to lose his pursuer. The road twisted and turned, but no matter how fast he drove, the sinister car remained on his tail. Suddenly, John's car began to sputter and jerk. The engine coughed and died, leaving him stranded in the middle of nowhere. His breath hitched as the old car rolled to a stop behind him. The eerie silence of the night enveloped him once more. Without thinking, John bolted from his car and ran into the nearby cornfield. The tall stalk slapped against his face as he pushed through, heart pounding in his ears. He could hear the crunch of footsteps behind him, drawing closer with every second. Under the pale moonlight, John glimpsed something silver and shiny in the stranger's hand. Terror gripped him, and he stumbled, falling hard onto the ground. The footsteps stopped beside him. He looked up, eyes wide with fear, and saw the man looming over him. "Please," John begged, his voice shaking.
"Don't kill me!"
The stranger crouched down, his face hidden in shadow. He extended his hand, revealing a glinting piece of metal. John flinched, bracing for the worst.
"You dropped your license plate,"
the man said in a gravelly voice, holding out the plate with John's car number on it. John's breath caught in his throat. The fear that had paralyzed him began to melt away, replaced by a confusing mix of relief and disbelief. The stranger stood, turned, and walked back to his car without another word, leaving John shaking on the ground, the silver plate lying beside him in the moonlight.